Good morning, good afternoon. Depending on when you're watching the video, but make sure you subscribe. And as you subscribe, you're going to receive more of the videos and you will enjoy it. So listen and copy very attentively because whatever that you're learning will come out in your exam. Basically, the title for today is what we call the physiology of thought addiction or physiology of addiction. Then, but there's no you can talk about physiology of addiction without talking about the limbic system. So I hope you're copying the limbic system. So I will not do much of definition, but I will outline the basic aspect of the limbic system and what this is all about. Sometimes we talk about the mind, talk about the brain, talk about the thought. Sometimes you talk about how why does people do the way they do, behave the way they behave, act the way they act. There is a particular area in the brain that is performing that particular function, and that particular function is called that particular area is called the limbic system. And these are the basic functions of the limbic system, which I'm going to outline very soon. But what is limbic system? Limbic system, as it is defined, is a subcortical structure located in the brain that is responsible for emotion, behavior, are you listening? Olfactory, these are the functions of the limbs I'm trying to apply. Then memory, which is the last function. These are the basic four functions of limbic system. Then by some persons, sometimes you can still get some people saying I'm talking about limbic system is a pleasure aspect of it. It is for available for pleasure. It's available for motivation. But I'll tell you how it is all related because emotion, behavior is at the same as motivation and pleasure. When you get that particular high feeling of high, it is an emotional state of mind. Two of us. So when you are not, when you're also feeling angry, for those that are always, angry, when you are rage, when you are frustrated, or you have some happy aspect of yourself, it is also an emotion. Then motivation is just like after having that emotional state, which comes with thoughts, to thinking, and which we'll also talk about it here. Then from there, you now talk about carrying it out. So you're going to carry it out that it is called motivation, and then doing it is called compulsion. So, but it is good for you to be motivated actually. But now we have outlined the two basic functions of the limbic system. Which one they said is one is what? What does it? What does it is one? Emotion, then behavior, then the factory function, and memory. Yes. So these are the four basic functions of of the limbic system and what you're following. So this memory is also for learning. You know that in memory we have what we call immediate memory, we have recent memory, which is then past memory. And for you to remember something and be able to code it, then replicate it, which is learning have taken place. So in that aspect, we have you can call it memory and learning. So people call it like that. So that let me just give you the structure of the limbic system. This after is just like a sectional view of it. It all the brain and you get it. And remember that this limbic system is in a C shape. C shape. The C shape can be like this, can be another way, and it is made up of basically the cortex and sorry, the white matter and the gray matter. Yes. So and also have a relationship with the cerebral cortex. Note, because it is located in the subcortical region. That means above below the cortex. But it also has a direct relationship with the cortex because of the basic aspect of the cortex known as the prefrontal aspect of the cortex, or you call it a prefrontal cortex. So, but you're going to talk about that. First of all, you can draw something that look like this. Note this is very important. These are what we call the structures of the limbic system. So the structures are what I'm trying to apply. And very soon we're talking about physiology. That's how I can mention physiology without talking about anatomy. So the anatomy is the structure of what I'm talking about now. Then note, this is called this is called the limbic lobe. So I'll ask this question in your exam, whether I like it or not, it must come out. So in this limbic lobe, it is divided into two, the upper side and the lower side. Then the lower side is what we call the cingulate what? Gyrus. I want to put it like this, CG. Then below, we have what we call the parahippocampal gyrus, PHG. Then, I know I'm using different color. Then above this parahippocampal gyrus, you now get another structure. This structure ought to be right actually. Another structure that is in this way. They have a body, unless they have a tail and look like this. And this is what we call the hippocampus formation. Are you with me? Then in this hippocampus formation, note and be very, very attentively. The hippocampus formation is responsible, it contains three different aspects. One, the dentate gyrus. I've mentioned one structure of the limbic system. I say one limbic lobe.